What we're going to do is we're going to kind of retool this agenda, and after our asking for petitions, we're going to pass by the reports of council, go into the public session on the resolutions. The ordinance for 2016-10 has been tabled again. And then we're going to go into the public session at the microphone. Then we're going to go back to reports of council and the workshop. Okay? So just bear with us. We just need to get a vote on the, with a quorum here on the resolutions. So we're going to move.
Do we need a motion to do everything you just said?
Yeah, that would be in order.
Can I have a motion to reorder the agenda in line with the council president's recommendation? Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye. Okay. So at this time, is there anybody out in the audience that has a petition to present to the council? Okay. Seeing none, we're going to move into the public session on resolutions that are on the agenda. We will continue.
Approval of minutes, can we get that?
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, approval of minutes.
I move that the minutes of the meeting held on September 6, 2016 be approved as recorded, and that a copy thereof be posted on the borough's website.
Second?
Councilwoman Nicolay?
Yes.
Councilwoman Governor?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kilpatrick?
Yes.
Now to the public session on resolutions only on the agenda. We will continue to have a public session at the end of the meeting. Is there anybody out in the public that wants to come forward and speak on anything on the resolutions? Seeing none, I will close the public portion to the resolution. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. All right, do I have a motion to pass the resolutions?
I'll make a motion.
Do you want to do a poll as a consent?
As a consent agenda, or do you want to break it down? As a consent. Do I have a second?
Second?
Councilwoman Nicolay?
Yes.
Councilwoman Governor?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kilpatrick?
Yes.
All right, since we are tabling the reading and public hearing on ordinance 2016-10, we will move to open public session. So feel welcome to come up to the microphone after you state your name and your address and speak on anything you like. 5 minutes. We won't get into debate. But if we can answer your questions simply, we will. If not, we'll try and get you the answer as soon as we can. Mr. Kirschenbaum, can you give your name and,
Woodland Avenue, West Belmar.
okay?
Mr. McGovern, I was here at the last meeting. I made law statements, and I told you I could back them up, and I made a small packet for you to look through. If
Can
I
you,
may hand it to you?
Okay. Now, this is the packet on the,
On how to really assess homes, and I'll give you an idea. Using the cost approach, it says this value usually sets the upper limit on what a property would sell for. The cost approach is also the least used predictor of value. In single-family homes, there's a sales market comparison. I spoke to your tax assessor. He says that the entire state is mandated to appraise homes using just the cost approach.
using what approach?
The cost approach, square footage.
Okay, and that's the method that you say is most expensive?
Yes.
Okay.
I asked him if it says that, then why on the front of Belmar's contract, and every contract is the same in the entire county. I said, why does it say we will go to it says the company agrees to appraise all properties using the 3 approaches to value where applicable, and use acceptable methods, forms, and manners authorized by the New Jersey Division of Taxation. That would be the sales market approach,
That's one way.
sales comparison, that's usually used for single-family homes. The cost approach is usually used for buildings that usually do not sell, like churches and stuff. And yes, you can use the cost approach on a home if it's like 25 years old and younger, because what you're doing is putting the cost of materials, the cost of labor, and you put the town in, the computer, out comes what would be if your house burned down. And they're calling that the fair market value. Now, older homes, you can't compare because they use different materials back then. I spoke to your assessor. He says, well, he says, you didn't say they took out for depreciation. I have here from the New Jersey Realtors Association that says that homes lost on an average in New Jersey 17% during the recession. Okay? I also have in Wall Township, they have a problem because they're not paying realty appraisal. Mr. Bertrand on the March 11, 2016, said they did not conduct internal inspections of 90% of the properties. If they revalue your town before, they have the computer-assisted mass appraisal files in their tablets already. When they came to my house, they took 5 minutes. I said, you want to measure this room? The guy says, no. And everyone in town said that. Well, what the town believes happened is since they don't give up the files when they do the reval, all they have to do is put in their tablets the old reval, and if you didn't have an addition or build a new home, they just went right through your home. They didn't look for depreciation, functional obsolescence, or anything that would make the value of the home less. My home started at $413,000. A lawyer said to me, I can help you from Mass One. After I told him my address, he said, I can't help you. I hired a professional appraiser. After a month, he had to give me my money back. I had to learn how to do, okay, and fight. I won 4 times. I went down $103,000. So I said to the town, if their numbers are right, how can I go down $103,000? I did talk to your assessor. I have a letter here from the state of New Jersey that they sent to me when I asked. Your assessor says that realty appraisal can use out-of-date comps, which is before October 1st of the pre-tax year, and non-usable codes, of which there are 33 that if you get divorced and you got to sell the house, you can't use that as comparable.
Okay, you know, you have so much information. I know you could probably go on the whole night. We do, unfortunately for you, and probably a lot of people that are very interested in what you're saying, we limit everyone to 5 minutes so that we have microphone
Okay.
time.
I just got one more comment then.
Absolutely.
And I spoke to your assessor.
Yes.
I also spoke to Robin Kirk this afternoon, and she went wild. Because she told me what the assessor was going to tell me if I called him up and asked him a certain question. After he said that the state mandates the cost approach, and I said, in your contract, right on the front page, it says 3 values. I says, how do you get, if they said 3 values, how do you get to the cost approach? I said, did you make that decision? He says, no. He says, that was the deal between the mayor and realty appraisal.
Well,
Now, Robin told me today, that's totally untrue, it didn't happen, and she was gonna call this guy up. But last week when I spoke to you, you said something to someone to my left. You said, did you hear what Mr. Kirschenbaum said? And is it true? And the gentleman, I don't know who he was, said yes. I'm not here to lie,
okay.
to malign anybody.
Right. Thank you.
I just want to protect Belmar.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I know you do. We'll
I
discuss
spoke
this.
with Mr. Blaine. I can read the council afterwards, that's not true.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Again. David? Again, I just want to remind everybody, we're limiting microphone time to 5 minutes.
David Shank, 302 C Street. Actually, I find what this gentleman is saying pretty interesting. I think a lot of people in the town, since revaluation affects all property owners. Maybe we could have a special meeting where he could speak for more than 5 minutes, and we could announce it on the borough website, and have like a special meeting about the revaluation, and try to get all these facts out in the open and warn. I would
That's
suggest
good.
that it's
We'll have to
an idea,
look into.
because he has a lot of information.
He has
It's gonna take
tremendous
more than
amount of
5
information.
minutes, maybe, I know that you're pressed for time tonight, but maybe we could have like a special meeting, or maybe at the next meeting, make a special accommodation and let him speak for more than 5 minutes.
Well, to get another side, maybe the next meeting we could have maybe Mr. Mullane come and talk to his
That
side.
would be great,
so,
yeah.
So everyone can get a balanced view. I'm sure Mr. Kirschenbaum, who is very, very knowledgeable on this, he got a good evaluation, and that others would like to get also, if he knew as much as he did.
So,
But-
yeah, maybe you could accommodate us on, or
Yeah.
him on that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Council President. Claire Dyke, 1017 14th Avenue. I want to say how lovely the San Gennaro Festival was on Saturday. I know that my mother and father, Alex and Rose D'Ambrosio, were smiling down on me that day. I also understand fully how right your decision was about Sunday. I think you did the right thing. I think it was the best call that you could have made, considering safety on all levels. So I want to commend you on that. But Saturday was very, very special. So thank you. I think the Tourism Bureau with Mary Brabazon did a great job in assembling all of the vendors. So thank you very much, and we look forward to many more years of San Gennaro.
Now, after the public portion here, and that's why we're keeping the 3 people up here for a quorum. For our workshop, we're going to call up the chief of police and have him explain better to us how it was handled on Saturday, decision on Sunday, and for further special events in Belmar. All right? But is there anybody else in the audience? Seeing none, I move to close the public portion of the meeting. Do I have a second? We do have a second?
All in favor?
Aye. All right.
You want to move to workshop?
Right now, I want to move to workshop. I'd like to have Chief Heisman come up, listen to what he said, how they handled it, who was involved. I think we're going to learn a lot. I just want to, right now, congratulate the police department, the Department of Public Works, the tourism, on how everything was handled. Drew?
Councilman, Ryan,
You know what, Drew, why don't you turn around and talk to them? I can go to this. Just, or stand on the side, I think it's important that the audience hears.
the tragic events on Saturday happened early on Saturday morning. There was not enough information to make an assessment of the San Gennaro Fest, which was starting. In light of what happened, and as the information came in, we doubled our police officers and added additional security measures to get through the event on Saturday safely. That's with plainclothes officers as well as explosive detection folks. As the events unfolded through the night, there was other towns that were having similar issues with packages and the lack of the bomb dogs. They were in high demand that evening. In light of what happened in New York and Manhattan, it was my decision to cancel Sunday, to err on the side of caution for the residents of Belmar as well as our tourists.
Now, this wasn't solely your decision. I'm sure you consulted with,
There were several meetings throughout the day at the local and the county as well as Homeland Security. It was every town that had an event that day. It was their sole decision, depending on how they can safely secure the event and police the event. I wasn't comfortable with how the night was unfolding, and it was my decision after speaking with the Homeland Security and at the county level to cancel Sunday's event.
Drew, we have like other special events. We have the Fall Festival coming up. Without going into too much detail, are we going to cancel that, go through with it? What do you recommend? Any changes?
Belmar, as well as Lake Como, has many events throughout the year. Every one of those events is being gone through currently. Every one is being reevaluated, and every one will have changes to it, without getting into too many details.
Okay. So in other words, people coming to our festivals will feel safe that there's increased security.
If it becomes an issue where if safety is a problem, that particular event would be recommended to be canceled. The idea is not to cancel any events, but to move forward and secure security and safety to our residents as well as our guests.
How were you able to get extra police there that quickly? Because I was at the festival. Sergeant Todd Lee came up to me, explained to me what your police department was going to do, which I very much appreciated. And then I suddenly saw more policemen. All of a sudden I saw the dogs going down the street.
Today we have technology where we can use cell phones and computers to get a hold of our officers pretty quick.
Okay. And they all,
It's not like the old days where we had a pager and we get a call back. So we can send out mass texts to all our officers with instructions on what to do and how to respond.
Janice?
Yeah, just a quick question. It's a town decision, but could they ever, from state level, county level, enforce for us to cancel an event?
That's a good question. If you came at the state level, it's a good reason. So,
Okay.
If we were told by Homeland Security to cancel an event, then we'll start to it.
Janice?
I thought you did a great job. Having been in a career where safety and security is upmost and lots of people in different areas are making decisions and working, I knew what you were going through and the number of people you were talking to, and I thought you did an excellent job.
Thank you. There is quite a lot that goes behind the scenes, a lot of phone calls, a lot of conference calls to come up with that decision. But it came down to it was late in the evening when I made a decision, but I was not comfortable with tomorrow's event.
Very good. Thank you. I don't want to put you on the, DPW is very good also. Mike, can you tell us what the DPW did during Saturday or Sunday that we didn't know was going on? Thank you, guys.
Yeah, the only thing we did that would be different is follow our chief's lead. He had us remove the garbage cans off Ocean Avenue, first leaving just one, so there'd be less garbage cans for the dogs to go through. So I had to put on extra scooter guys to make sure that there was still garbage being removed from Ocean Avenue. And then we did the same we took any excess cans from San Gennaro out. The other thing the chief had us do, which was very smart, is we did not place, normally we'd place cans there the day before to get ready, because I don't like paying overtime. But the chief said, let's just do it in the morning. So we did it in the morning, we got the cans there late, and by that time the event had just happened, so he said put out less and stay on top of them. And then we just brought in a couple extra guys to keep the trash cans empty so that when the dogs did come by, there was nothing in there but a few papers. If we let it get piled up, then you would have problems searching through if the officers had to do that. So again, we didn't do anything special, it was all the police. Believe me, all we did is act as their arms, and we picked up the stinky stuff while they were looking for the problems.
Drew, hypothetical situation. Worst case scenario. The bomb dogs didn't come up with, sniff something out. How would you have handled that, do you think?
There's
Great question, isn't it?
We have protocols in place, how we act, and it has happened before to us. If you recall, on St. Patrick's Day Parade, for many years now, we have multiple dogs. And we did get hit at one time. We have to secure the perimeter. We put, without getting details, there's certain things we have to do to secure the perimeter, evacuation, complete lockdown, evacuation if needed.
But in other words, you practiced or you're aware of the scenario of what to do in case something is detected.
We had multiple calls that day, in fact, so we had to act and handle it in that case.
Thank you. That's pretty much it for the workshop. Janice, do you have a report of council?
I'd like to thank Rite Aid for coming to the senior luncheon and doing flu shots, and Jersey Shore Barbecue. Everyone that was there, all of the seniors, approximately 80 or 85, all said the meal was excellent. So thank you to both Rite Aid and Jersey Shore Barbecue. I was just going to comment about the police department and the DPW, but I won't now.
No, you can. They did a great job.
They did a fantastic job. The Belmar Women's Club is having a blood drive on October the 2nd in conjunction with Jersey Central Blood Bank. It will be at the First Aid Squad on 9th and D from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. No cost to you, but if you would be willing to give blood, it's October the 2nd. There'll be flyers out in, they're in the library now, and they'll be out in Town Hall tomorrow. The library had a seminar. It's called Medicare 101. It was so popular, it was overflowing. So they're doing it again. September the 29th at 3:30 p.m. and again at 6:30 p.m. in the library. Medicare 101 if you are a senior citizen. Remember, October through December is when you have to decide who you want your Part D and Part B with. So it's all about that. And the last item, lots of people over the years have talked about a senior center and why Belmar does not have one. Well, there's something in the works. There's no guarantees that it's going to actually work and that it will come about. We'll know more in October, but we are looking into trying to get some place for the seniors to be. And that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Janice. Jen?
Yes, I'll start with Belmar Arts Council. Now hanging is the selfies exhibit. Birthday bash for Alan the robot. If anybody's seen the large metal yellow robot in front of the Arts Council, it's his birthday. So remember to say happy birthday to him. Celebration is Saturday from 5 to 7, birthday cake and live music. There'll also be a robotics workshop for grades 3, 3rd grade through 7, starting Wednesdays in October. Belmar Elementary School, tonight is back to school night, 6:30. The Scholastic Book Fair is all week, and then the first walk to school night is October 5th. October 5th is actually National Walk Bike to School Day. For Belmar Elementary School continued, this year marks a special milestone, the 20th celebration of Walk to School Day. As part of the 20th celebration, mayors nationwide are being encouraged to join a Walk to School Day event and show their commitment to safe walking and biking for children and youth in their communities. We hope you'll reach out to your mayor, everybody, and invite them to be part of the event. Let's get going. Last is St. Rose Grammar School, September 20th, is the athletic department fundraiser at Darcy's Tavern in Bradley Beach. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Sue. I have a report for council. I am basically going to make up for Sunday when we didn't have the festival because I was supposed to sit at the table for the Historical Society. So there's 4 things that I want to talk to you about. One is for September 24th, there's a Preserve Your Memories Day. Yep. You hold that up? There's a fundraiser, that's the key part, fundraiser for our Historical Society. So if at home, if you have any photographs, cassettes, tapes, what do you call it, those bigger ones?
VHS.
Right, slides.
VHS.
You can bring them into the community room on September 24th, and they will professionally move them into disk so that your photographs, your family photographs, don't wither and turn yellow. Your cassettes, which no longer, how many people have a cassette? Anyway, or an 8-track, or any of those other items that used to be, please, it's a fundraiser. And again, it is going to be Saturday, September 24th. That would be this Saturday in the community room. Okay, thank you. Next, for those of you out there, on October 11th, in this room, the Historical Council is going to have a workshop and a slideshow and talk to the author of a book on submarine warfare off the Jersey coast. So anyone that is interested in World War II and the fact that there were German submarines off New Jersey, you may want to come to that 7 o'clock seminar. Meet to the gentleman that wrote the book. He's got a PowerPoint program, and it should be extremely interesting. Okay, so that's October 11th. The fee is no fee. It's no charge, okay? The Historical Society has another fundraiser at Boscov's for October 18th. If at the end of this meeting, you can buy this, please, from me for $5. It gives you 25% off for your shopping pass at Boscov's on October 18th. So if you don't have $5 on you today, you still have another meeting or two to go to for this fundraiser. Last but not least, for years, you're probably not aware of it, but the Historical Society has been wanting to take a photograph of all the houses in Belmar. So sometimes if you saw someone from the Historical Society, come out in front of your house, take a picture, write down your address, go to the next house, take a picture. Well, they've gotten to as far as 10th Avenue, but it's harder and harder to get someone to volunteer to take the photographs. We got talking about the reevaluation coming up that Mr. Kirschenbaum has talked about. And one of the, Spence Hewlett said, hey, wait a minute. They take a picture of everybody's house. And then Robin Kirk said, hey, we did their reevaluation back in 2003. So we were able to come up with a disc with everybody's house and house number on it from 2003. So if you just built your house and you wanted to see what the house looked like 10 or 15 years ago, you can go to the Historical Society and look up your house number. And so it's funny, it's one of those things where in the Historical Society, there's pictures of people's attics, in basements, garages, but we had something we were working for years on right in Robin Kirk's office, so it's pretty neat. So we have everyone's house picture right there. So I feel good that I covered this Historical Society's request for me, and that's my report. See, nothing else? Colleen, you got anything? George?
Nothing.
Thank you for not interrupting me tonight.
I was so chastised last time.
Yeah. Well,
Took me a whole week.
are you going to Darcy's?
Yes, I won't be there.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion to close the meeting?
I guess it's a motion.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye. Yes.
Thank you.
Meeting's over. All right.